Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for tuning in. This panel makes me really proud, but moreover, this event makes me proud to be South African. With close to 20,000 participants, the annual Sanlam Cape Town Marathon has certainly established itself as one of the premier road running events in the country. And building up to this year's marathon, we are joined by race ambassador and a big friend of Expresso, Francois Pienaar, along with race director Janet Welham, Sanlam's Mariska Oosthuizen, and Ruby Kandier from the SABC. Guys, give us a wave. Francois, I was going to just gloss over your participation. Do you do that every time we feature the shoes? What are these gold shoes all about?
This is incredible. You know, we got involved with the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon 3 years ago when Ilana Meyer came to see me. I met with Ilana and Janet, and we asked the question, why don't we have a global must-run marathon? So we set on this journey. We went to see Western Province Athletics and the city, and we said, let's build this thing. And I think people thought we were crazy. We're going to build one of the biggest marathons in the world.
Just summer, yeah.
Well, why not? We've got one of the most incredible cities in the world. Get the route right, get the city involved, go and get sponsors that will want to do this with you. And then you've got to jump through these hoops. And we set ourselves in year one a goal to achieve bronze status. We got silver in year one. Then we said, listen, why not gold? And we got it in 3 years, which is the fastest ever, did I say ever? IAAF Gold Award. And now we're one of the top 30 marathons, must-run marathons in the world.
That is really is a feather in our cap, but the pressure is now building. And when we look at our sponsors' relationship, Mariska and Ruby, as a broadcaster, there is a huge amount of pressure and obviously a new network to build around this. What does that mean for you as the sponsor of this event? How have you guys stepped up to the plate?
Well, Francois and Ilana came to us in 2014 with the opportunity to sponsor this race. And I think the reason that we decided to sponsor this race is because we bought into this vision to create a really prestigious marathon on the continent. I always say one of the things that always stick with me is, like Ilana said at one of the press conferences, that the top 50 male marathon runners are from Africa. And we don't have a race like this on the African continent. So we wanted to create a race that can compete with like the global marathons like London, New York, you know, and Tokyo. And we stepped up to the plate, and we've supported not just from a financial perspective, but we see this as a partnership because we really want to build this for our athletes and allow them to run on African soil.
It's building the brand of South Africa as well. It wasn't just Francois' winning smile that won you over. Ruby, this is a wonderful opportunity to be proudly South African. As the broadcaster, how have you enjoyed seeing this incredible journey and each new level that we've taken?
Okay, from the SABC's point, as SABC Sport, we're the official broadcaster of this marathon. And, you know, when Francois came to see me as well, it was such an honor, firstly, to meet him, but then also to be partnering with such a vision. You know, at the end of the day, our role is to bring prestigious events to the South African public, to be able to give them an opportunity to see something, a future for themselves, to take them out of their current challenges and to be able to find something that they can aspire to. And that's exactly what this marathon does, you know. And I mean, in 3 years, for us to have achieved that, it's phenomenal. And we are so proud. We're so proud to bring this to our viewers, to our listeners. We were able to at least assist, you know, by making sure that we meet the criteria for the organizing team so that we could at least get to that point. So I think, you know, when our South Africans are on the global stage, it's just phenomenal. And to achieve gold is even better.
Now we just want a South African to win the race. That would really be the feather in the cap. Now, of course, Janet, you have the easy job of just throwing this all together. So congratulations, first of all, on the gold label status. I think you can be incredibly proud of yourself. This does add, again, I'm going to say the word pressure on the host city. What does Cape Town bring to the party?
Well, Cape Town obviously brings a huge repertoire of tourism. It is the state, it is the city to be in Africa. And certainly from our side, the city obviously has supported us to get to this point. And certainly when you say the word pressure, the pressure really starts now. I won't say it again, I'm sorry. But I suppose the biggest thing is around road closure. A big criteria with regard to what we've got to achieve is full road closure across the entire 42.2 kilometres. And then the communities getting involved, coming to support, being part of. This is, you know, this is for Africa. This is for Cape Town. It's part of the communities, and certainly what Cape Town has to do is say this is our race. We either running it, or we're part of it, or we're spectating, viewing it. So that's certainly what the city must do.
All of this says is we have taken ownership of this event, and I'm glad you mentioned South Africa and Africa and the communities involved, and ultimately you want an event like this to permeate through all structures of life. How can we as fans, as runners, get involved? Is it as simple as buying a pair of gold shoes? What do we do, Francois?
No, there's a lot of stuff that happens, but before I get there, Janet has been phenomenal. I mean, if you say something can't be done, she says it can be done.
Then I'm going to say pressure again.
And there's another lady that's not here because her mother's really sick, Ilana Meyer. She's from Magnificent, so our thoughts are with Ilana. She would love to have been here this morning. But there's a 10K run that people can participate in. There's trail runs that they can participate in. There's a lot of stuff that happens over that weekend. So just to come out and support runners, because some of the runners are running for charity. They're running for a good cause. They're running because they want to get their best times. Now that we've achieved gold, there's 10 million marathon runners globally that run 2 destination marathons, and they want to run gold. So to get to gold, you'll see that 20,000 will become 30,000, will become 40,000 within no time. Now the pressure from our partners are saying, how do we become one of the iconic marathons? Whoa, we just got gold. Let's make this work.
Yeah, so the pressure is on again. I think, you know, we talk about challenging yourself to run the marathon. You know, we challenged ourselves for the gold, and now we've got our sights on the majors. And what that means is we want to be one of the iconic city marathons. We want to compete with the best, you know, in the world. There's only 6 of them, and we want to be the 7th. So.
And there's not one in the Southern Hemisphere and not one in Africa.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is good, eh?
Time. This is amazing, guys. I hope you take a moment for the validation to kick in. I have to ask finally, where can we get the gold shoes? Are they available to all of us?
So there's a couple of challenges that are going out. I'm an old has-been. The knees are shot.
Sure, whatever.
But I said if we get gold, I'm going to run it this year. So I put my hand up, and I'm challenging later on captains of sport and captains of industry. I've got my eyes on Graham Smith to run it. I've got my eyes on maybe Tox to run the 10K. I think to get him to go to 42. But that's what the event should be all about, is people challenging each other and challenging yourself. You can run a 10, you can run a 21. Let's go and run something that everybody's aspiring to, a marathon.
You know we are behind you 100%. I've seen you on the promenade. I think he's being a little too modest here. But guys, thank you so much for all of the effort that you've put in. I know this is an odyssey, not just a journey. You guys have achieved so much. So thank you so much, Ruby. We can't wait to connect with you again. Very proud to be a South African today. So hopefully this has inspired you to break those limitations in your own life. But thanking our stellar panel here for this really inspirational turn on a Tuesday morning.